So I keep getting asked what I pack for a pen show, and seeing as I'm packing for Empire right now, I thought I would go through my kit and show you what I'm packing. So this is my tech kit. Which I really like. There we go. So I have 3 different tech pouches, but we're going to start with this one, which is my mega kit. And this gets all of the big pieces. So I'm going to pull out these dividers. I never use them. I'm sure lots of people love them. They don't work for me in this camera kit. This is a new addition. Maya found this, and I really like the idea of this. I don't know that I'm going to use it this show, but I do like the idea of it. And then we have my Hollyland case, which currently has my bag in it. And this is going to get bits and bobs. So we've got our 3 case options plus the bag. Important stuff goes in the bag. So I'm going to grab bits and bobs. And then we'll start this packing process, because it's not actually that long until I leave for Empire. And so I figured I'd take you through this. I'd take you through the Delphonics. We'll sort of go through everything. That. Is there anything else in there that I want? No. I love that little tripod thing that I just put on my desk. I adore that thing. It's great. Ah, there's the lighting box. Well, lighting and other stuff. This. Right. Lighting box. It's a very important thing. So the first thing is always this, which does live on a tripod stand at home. I don't take a tripod to pen shows or any event. It's just not my style. Hi. After many people asking me what I pack for an event, I decided I'd actually go through my show kit as I pack this time for Empire. So this goes in. It's slightly too big for this case. We make it fit. Where are my other mics? Ah, here they are. I'm currently using one of them. So these are not going in this kit because, as you can see, I'm wearing one and the adapter's in. Normally, though, it would go in there. These are all the little bits. And here's another little bit, which is the magnetic necklace. I feel like there's another magnetic necklace somewhere. There is. I don't know who made this tray. I got it at the DC Pen Show. It's colorful, it's leather, it's sparkly. I love it. I didn't know what I was going to use it for. I've used it for mic bits and bob storage and adore it. We have 2 ring lights. These go in a different part of this box, so we're just going to set them up at the top for now. If you have questions, feel free to ask them, and I will do my best to answer. Don't need anything in there. Do I need anything else in here? Yes, I do. Here, put this box up here and you can see all the fun stuff. So these are all adapters for lights. Very important. These are all wind muffles. This is another mic and a loop. Have I ever used a loop at a pen show? No. But what I do like about this is that it has 2 lights and it's got a black light. So I still pack this even though I've never actually used the loop part at a pen show. So it's going to go in there. That goes there. This is actually great. It's a fold-out tripod that also has a button you can click. I forgot what cable this uses. Is this nope, it's an old. The most important thing is actually packing all the correct cables, I find. So I need to remember to pack an old version. So many bits and bobs go into packing for a pen show. I also pack an iPad. This is the best at a pen show. So I have a MagSafe keyboard, which allows me to treat this like a laptop, and I love it. I get to type, and this also has an old version of Apple on it, which allows me to still access YouTube Creator Studio, the old version, so I can do all the fun live stream setup stuff that you normally can't do on an iPad. So it's an essential in my kit, but it does not fit in this box. Mostly because it always has to come out of security, and so I don't see the point in packing it. So all these little bits and bobs, so the wind muffs, and then these are all the different adapters for the Hollyland mics. So we've got the little clips, we've got the necklaces. Can you stick together, please, so that I can pack you? I'll go in the bag, including all my various camera, iPad, phone. I do have the camera receiver adapters for every device I have. So I've got the Lightning, the USB-C, and the camera. I love the camera adapter and actually use it the most out of any of my adapters. And then we have my one cheapy mic in case all else fails. We have this. This gets tied up. And then it gets tucked right up in here, right there. And these go right there. So then we have the top part. So I will put these charged. Yes, that one is. I love, there are many lights. I am a big fan of these spot ring lights. This one's charged too. Fantastic. 1, 2. This seems too easy to pack. What's missing from this kit? What's missing? There shouldn't be this much empty space. I can't think I've gotten that much better at packing it. What's missing? What's missing from this kit? What's missing? There shouldn't be this much empty space. I don't know what's missing from my kit. Well, we'll find that out at some point. So there should be something up here. I don't know what goes here. Off the top of my head, I can't think of what's missing. So for now, we will zip this up. I got this case originally for the Atlas Sidewalk sale. I love it. It means I always know where my tech stuff is. It's fantastic. The next, I might pack this in my carry-on for tech stuff on the show floor because I don't carry that big one on the show floor. And then, funny enough, this one does not get tech in it. Hasn't for a very long time, probably never will again, because it gets one very specific thing in it, and that's swatch cards. I love this case because it works really well for mics, but it's also a great hard case for swatch cards. And so I just pack them in. And there we go. There's my swatch case. And I guess next up is figuring out pen cases. There are many options for pen cases. Like almost too many options for pen cases. So let's grab cases. Welcome to my bag of pen cases. So there are things that I know are coming with me. My Galen leather folio always comes. This will definitely be coming to the show with me. What else is coming? Well, that's up for some debate. So I always bring this. It's a 12 pen hard-sided case. I got it on Amazon. I love it. I pretty much only use it at pen shows now. I like how much it holds. I like how convenient it is. And I like that I can just throw a whole bunch of stuff in there and it keeps everything together really, really nicely. So that is a definite. There are a couple maybes, is what we'll call them. I am a big believer in packing too many pen cases, especially pen rolls. They don't take up much space. You might not need them, but you might. I've also ended up lending pen rolls to people at shows. This Galen case will come. This Girologio case will come. My Esterbrook cube will come, but if you've been around here for a while, you will know how many, you will know that I use this as a cable organizer when I travel. I find that USB and USB-C cables fit in this really nicely, and it holds all my tech. So this is my very expensive tech pouch, but I do really like it as a tech pouch. I don't like it for pens because the orange clashes with a lot of things, and I don't like photographing things against the orange. How many pens do you usually take? It depends on the show. So to Chicago, I took a lot because we were driving. To DC, I probably took, I don't know, 20. I tend to stick to unique things, so handmade pens or things that are like a little bit different than normal. or things I want nib work done to. At the same time, like, I've got my nib case, which we'll talk about in a couple minutes. And so I do always have nib options. I think I'll probably end up taking anywhere from like 10 to 15 pens. What pen do you think that in your collection do you think that most people want to try? There are two. The Pilot Decimo with the Architect nib that Annabelle did is one that people love to try, including the Pilot reps. Bill and Jacqueline had a great time with it. The other pen that people really like to try is the custom pen Rob made for me, mostly because of the cap. Not because of the whole pen itself. The nib, it's just got a stock nib in there right now, but the cap people are really intrigued by because it is custom faceted. I can grab it from my desk. I would say the other one that lots of people want to try is the pen sloth nib. So there's Rob's. Lots of people at Chicago and DC wanted to try this. And lots of people wanted to try the pen sloth nib at DC. I don't know that I'm taking it to Empire with me. We'll see. I will be taking the Architect Decimo with me to Empire, but yeah. I'm always hesitant of trying people's flex nibs at shows. I never want to damage a flex nib. And I'm far less afraid of damaging my own flex nibs than damaging other people's flex nibs. This will also definitely be coming with me. There's no question that this is coming with me. As you can see, I'm not picky about pen cases for shows. As we start to flip through all the pen rolls. Pen rolls are a mix of handmade and big brand. So I've got an Esterbrook and then I've got a bunch of handmade ones. I also pack basically every rickshaw I own because they take up no space. And I've sewn loops on all of mine, so I can stick them on my lanyard and wear as many pens as I want. And I do with great pleasure. I've also taken this pencil case before because it fits single pen sleeves really well. So if I've got a bunch of single pen sleeves, I like this case to hold them all. So clearly, I don't hold back when it comes to pen sleeves. But I think, I don't know. We'll see how much space I have. We'll pack as many as I have space for, and then we'll go from there. Honestly, that's how I tend to pack cases, because there's some things I'm definitely going to pack, like this. There's no way this isn't coming with me to Empire. I'm sorry. It's just too cute. And everything else is just like a little bit up in the air. It's about space. Because I'd rather have too many cases than not enough cases. They're never all going to be full at a pen show. I also pack a whole bunch of random stuff, which is what's in this bag of stuff. So this is my only liquids bag at a pen show. This is the only stuff that has to go in a liquids bag when we're traveling. It's got some standard international cartridges. It has O-rings, it has silicone grease, and it has a sample of Sailor Kirigiro black ink. And so it is not in this kit because this kit goes in my carry-on, and this has to go in a bag that I make sure I pull liquids out of because we still have to at Pearson. Also why my iPad isn't in my tech kit, because we have to pull out iPads at Pearson still. I need these. I need this. So I pack what's missing from the front of this bag. All right, so this kit gets a Monteverde tool pen. It will also get, or a tool pencil, an all black fountain pen. I have done a tour of what's in this bag. We'll unzip it. We'll do a quick run through. So one of these nibs cases has custom grind empty vials in it, so that if I get custom grinds, I have, no. One of them has empty vials so that if I get nibs, I have somewhere to put them. One of them has nibs for custom grinds in my standard sizes. This is how I actually travel with Pilot Decimo nibs or vanishing point nibs, because I don't know if I want to get a grind on this nib or not, but it's not currently in a pen. So I just like, that's how I travel with them. The thing this case needs, though, is what goes in these two pockets, which is sugar-free Gatorade powder. Because I get incredibly dehydrated at pen shows, and then I start to feel really, really sick. So sugar-free Gatorade powder is an essential at a pen show for me. Normally I have 3 flavors. I could not find wild cherry. So for now, we have fruit punch and blue. Because, you know, blue's a flavor. There we go. Sort of. There we go. There's a very full Delphonics bag. I think it's probably approaching the 3.5 pounds it was this summer, but whatever, it's packed. This is an upgrade, question mark. I've done this for a while, which is my socials are on QR codes so that they're scannable. I like it. I've used it for a couple of years now at various events. It's nicer than having a billion business cards hanging around. I have recently, though, put it on a baggage reel so that I can just clip it to my bags, which has been great. This is the other upgrade, is that I have gotten locking backs for all my pen show pins. So I have a Ferris wheel press Ferris wheel, and I have a bunch of Black Pen Society pins. I have an Esterbrook pin, and then I have a pin from Tori. So my business cards are QR codes as well, that link to my socials. And then I've got a professional one for brands and stuff. But I like if people go, oh, what's your Instagram? Just to be able to like pull out a QR code they can scan, which has been nice. This is my other thing that I adore. This is my where random stuff goes bag. So this is where any of those like stickers, little bits and bobs you get at a pen show go. And I sort them every night of a pen show into my traveler's journal. which has a few inserts. You know, you've got the business card insert, you've got the pocket insert, and then you've got the slider insert. Before you get to the journals, I'm also going to add this month's pen show insert, which is going to cover Scriptus and Empire. I like having a random pouch for all the stuff so that it's just not floating around in my bag. If I get handed something, it goes in the pouch. And then I theoretically know where it is. I say theoretically because it's not a perfect system, but it is good enough. At some point, I will decide on pens. Really, I've decided on like a couple, but not many, and I definitely haven't inked them up. I know that the Pilot Decimo's coming, and it'll get inked. I think everything that's in my book. Let's open this. I don't actually know what's in here right now. This isn't. Okay, so we've got some space. My Shone's definitely coming. I almost find it harder to pack for a pen show when I've had time, which seems crazy. Maybe I want to ink up this. I do. So, the Monteverde Titanium is coming with. I love it. It's a great pen. I think it's super underrated. I love the nib on it, and I got to do a super cool video on it. The Shone's going to come. We're going to ink up this Sailor, which is the dried flowers in... What nib is this? Medium fine. It's a very purpley blue month. I want to take my pencil off the nib. The issue is if I take my pencil off the nib, it has to be stored nib up. Otherwise, it's going to leak everywhere. Because right now it's got a plastic feed in it. Do I want? No. We're taking my Colotino. Do I want to take my Diplomat? I don't know that you guys have seen my Diplomat yet. It's very purpley blue month. Or do I want to take my Prototype Heinz pen? I do like my Heinz Prototype. I also have to say, if you don't have Ian Shone's pen cleaning tools, they are totally worth it. They make it so easy to clean a pen. I got a set at DC for a couple sizes, and I plan to buy more at Empire. Do I want to take my Arrow, or do I want to take a Prototype? I don't want to take that. Or do I want to take a Gold Spot exclusive, seeing as they're an event sponsor? Let's take my eyedroppered Banu. So the only... I could take my Bella Denote, I guess. But I don't really want to. I don't hate that spread of pens. Is there anything else I want to take? Oh, I should take an empty 6 and an empty 5 for nib grinds. Which is how I do my grinds, is that I take an empty pen in each of those sizes. So that I don't have to bother cleaning pens. So I just need to make sure whatever I grab has a... Oh, I should take a Navaler. Let's take a Glacier. Do I want to take Punch? Now let's take cobalt. Nope. How come it's so hard to find a size 5 pen? I have 1,000,000,001 of them. There we go. That fits this month's color palette, which I didn't know I had, but now I do. So we're going to ink this up. So that goes in the to ink pile with these. And these two will be my nib grind pens. Is there... Oh, look at me go. There's actually a nib and feed in this pen. Really, it's just me trying to get stuff done today. It's proof I'm attempting to be productive and answer people's questions about what I pack for a pen show. So what do I want to put in here? I'm going to put this in here, which is where I keep these. I'm still not in love with them. I'm trying. I still don't love them. But I'm trying. And that's what's important. Does my little Sean fit? It's a little bit small. All right, Sean, do you fit in the little sleeve for a Colotino? Because if you do, you do. I can't wait for the new Galen sleeves that they talked about last week to come out. There we go. In their little coats. So I think these three are going to go in here. And these are going to go in a case. These are going to go in my kit. These are going to go in a case. I'm hesitant about bringing this one. So I open this in fear for my life. Because as you can see, this feed is now clear and it doesn't have any grooves in it, which means ink just flows everywhere. And it tends to make a mess. I flooded my desk once last week already. So I could pull the ink out of it, put it into a sample vial, fly with it, and then re-ink it at the show. It is that this is the double guru. So it's a double guru with a special feed that he had in stock. For a while it had a standard feed, but I was playing around with different inks and it wasn't loving the ink I put into it. And so I talked to Jim and he recommended a different feed that he had given me. And so I put that feed in and it works really well with that feed. The issue is ink flows everywhere if you store this pen nib side down. So maybe what I'll do is I'll pull the ink out of here into a sample vial, fly with it, empty, and then re-ink it, which seems like a pain, but I can then just dump it after the show and re-ink it when I get home, which doesn't actually seem like all that bad of an idea. Okay, we're gonna ink these three. Not now, I'm gonna ink them this evening. But I think that's the plan of what pens I'm taking. I like it. It's a nice variety of nibs. It's a nice variety of pens. And I like it. Oh, I will also be taking this, which is my Crafting for Caleb. I ink, therefore I am. I love it. I've also packed both of my Esterbrook nib cloths. Both have been mostly cleaned. This one has some permanent ink on it that's just not coming off. But these are, again, essentials for my life at a pen show so that I can clean demo pens and clean my own pens. And just keep everything as neat and tidy as I can. I will also pack my container of Private Reserve ink remover for my hands. I normally also take a small bottle of pen flush. I don't know that I'm going to be doing that this time. I didn't use it in DC. I used it in Chicago, but I don't know. I'm not vibing with the pen flush this time around. So we'll see what I end up putting in these 3. I'm not sure. I think I actually don't know what I'm going to put in the Decimo, because the nib isn't staying in that pen, which is the only teaser you'll get. I might, depending on when I get the pen this nib's going into, I might release a members only video about it when I'm at Empire. We'll see. We'll see how organized I am. There might be a couple members only videos at Empire, but I definitely won't be live streaming the panel. I'm not that organized of a human being. So feel free to leave any questions below about packing for pen shows. I do at some point plan to do a video about my show floor bag. If I'm really organized, I might film that Friday night, but I don't know how organized I'll be, and I don't know if that'll happen. So if not, I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of what's in my show kit, and I will have to go and, or what I pack for a show, I will have to go and pack this all now into my bag. Some stuff like pens go in my carry-on, and then some, and tech go in my carry-on, and then some stuff like most of the pen cases that are empty will go in my checked bag. But I have to go pack or finish packing. I packed clothes yesterday, so now it's just like the final stuff. But I hope you have a good rest of your week, and I will see you guys maybe this weekend if I'm organized. We'll see. If not, you'll hear all about Empire on Desk Chatter next week. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good rest of your day.